Yo, what's up, guys? It's Nate from Big Ants Gaming. Welcome back to another MLB The Show 22 Diamond Dynasty videos. Today, it is the first day of postseason baseball. I literally have the Phillies-Cardinals game on my computer, split screen, with my recording software while I'm making this video. The Guardians just beat the Rays in the first game, and MLB The Show just dropped another insane content update. So, let's go to the calendar and, look at this. Are we for real right now? Look at all these new diamonds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 new diamonds. What? We have an insane new program with endgame cards. And then, so we got the new program, new roster update, and then they're supercharging postseason players. They've already done 3. They've done Jose Siri, Shane Bieber, and Jose Ramirez. So, first thing I want to go over is the roster update. So here, actually, I'll just go over the new diamonds through here. So the new diamonds: Christian Javier, Evan Phillips, Brandon Woodruff, Danny Jansen, Hunter Renfroe, Pete Alonso, Carlos Correa, Andres Munoz, and Albert Pujols. If you're probably wondering, how many of these did you invest in? I only invested in 2 of these 9. I invested in Evan Phillips and Andres Munoz, but they were all very large profits. So there were so many diamonds today. But anyway, the roster update, maybe I'll go here. I'm gonna go through the program first, because typically I spend way too much time on the roster update and the video ends up being super long. I'm gonna go over the future program first, and then after, if the video isn't super long, I'll go into depth of not every update, but most of it. So we got the Fall Stars program. We got daily moments, future program moments, PXP missions, collections. They still have the extreme ones, but if you collected them in a previous program, you can't do it. I didn't collect any of the new ones because I didn't know who would be in this program. And Bo Bichette, for example, boom, just got 15k XP. We have exchanges. There's a conquest map for 45k XP. And then, so this program is very juicy. There are a bunch of henchmen as you go on throughout this program, and then there's 9 bosses, not including the henchmen. So I'm just going to go as we go on. The first card you're going to be getting is this Milestone Whitey Ford. He's easily the worst card in this program. He's not good, but just get him. He's a free milestone if you need to get a milestone for the Jimmy Rollins collection. Control Break, both pretty solid, but doesn't really do too much. Postseason Madison Bumgarner from 2014. He does have good hitting stats for a pitcher. 4-seam slider, sweeping curve, sinker, circle change. Has great hits per 9, but the Ks per 9 at 72. Just not good enough. Then we have Willie Stargell, Retro Finest. This card is juiced up. 119, 100 contact, 125, 120 power. His defense is silver. He never had amazing defense, but he has a really strong arm. Left, can play right and first. And then at 100k XP, this is going to be your first boss pack. And it has all 9 of the bosses, and you get 5 of them. So these cards are actually insane. The first card is Signature Series Babe Ruth. Now with Signature Series, they reuse the attributes from previous years, so us veteran MLB The Show players knew exactly what we were getting. But, come on. If you look at this card, there's nothing that it doesn't do. Maybe elite defense, but just throw him at first base. I'm just going to throw him at first base. I was going to get Ryan Howard and throw him at first base, but now he might have to be on my bench. But anyway, Babe Ruth, Signature Series. Bob Gibson, Retro Finest, 4-seam slider, sinker, curveball, changeup. Does he have outlier? Yes, he does on the fastball. Speed differentials are there. The per 9s are there. The control, a little weak for curve change, and then the break is a little weak for change, but it's his 5th pitch. What do you really expect? Chris Sale, Retro Finest from 2018. Oh my goodness. 4-seam slider, circle change, sinker. The pitch selection could be a little better, but thank God they gave him a sinker instead of a 2-seam, because if it was a 2-seam, this card might have been ruined. 120 hits per 9, 118 Ks per 9, 100 walks per 9. Speed differentials are there. Controls elite. Breaks elite. This card is very, very good. Potential endgame starting pitcher right there. Dennis Eckersley. Takashi series. I don't know why I hesitated, but slider, sinker, four-seam, curveball, good pitch mix, 125 hits per 9, 120 Ks per 9, and yes, you are not looking at that incorrect. He has 125 walks per 9. This has to be the first card in the history of MLB The Show to have 125 walks per 9. Mo, the Retro Finest, the World Series Award, has 121, and you can get it to 125 with P4. Cliff Lee had 119 and 124 with P5. But I think this is the first card ever to have 125 walks per 9 at the base parallel. Like, that's just ridiculous. Look at that control. The par is going to be tiny with this card. The one bad thing is the velocity. Yes, he doesn't throw very hard. But if you just dot the corners with this card, with that 125 walks per 9, nobody's going to touch him. Then we have Retro Finest Francisco Lindor, switch hitting shortstop. Probably, I would rather take Jimmy Rollins. I would rather take Ernie Banks. I would rather, maybe, I'd have to compare him with Bo Bichette. I know there's another shortstop that just came out. Corey Seager. I would maybe I would have to compare him with Corey Seager. But anyway, this is still a very good card. Takashi Jimmy Fox. Oh my goodness. Like, this card is literally Babe Ruth, but better. Like, this is a better hitting card than Babe Ruth. Max hitting stats across the board except for vision, which is 109, which still is very good. The defense is never going to be good with Jimmy Fox. This is easily, right when I get him, he's going in my catcher spot, and nobody's replacing him. Jimmy Fox was my endgame catcher last year and the year before. This card is even better than his cards from previous years. Like, this is just unbelievable. Joe Mauer. Now, this card is great as well, but if Jimmy Fox didn't exist, he would probably be the best catcher in the game. But now that Jimmy Fox is in this pack, nobody's going to be using this card, which sucks because Joe Mauer, like, this is a very good card, new legend, elite defense as well as max contact and good enough power. Takashi, Ken Griffey Jr., so the 99 second half was not the endgame Griffey. It was pretty obvious. 122, 125 versus right, 111, 121 versus left. It's Ken Griffey Jr. He's a 5'2" player. I would like the ceiling to be a little higher, but besides that, this card is endgame. Vladimir Guerrero, 125, 125 for contact, 125 power versus left, 104 power versus right. At base, he's gold defense. Obviously, he's going to have max arm strength. It's Vlad, and he has some solid speed as well. My goodness, they did not miss in this pack. Every single one of these cards is endgame, potentially. A couple of them are obviously Babe Ruth, Jimmy Fox, Griffey, Vlad. Those are obviously endgame. I'm a little hesitant on the starters just because you never know, but all these cards are insane. Anyway, as we move on, we still have more henchmen. Retro Finest, Joe Carter, Diamond Defense, pretty good power. Kirk Gibson, reverse splits. He has really good, or not really good, but that is really good speed. And he has gold defense. And then Luis Gonzalez, this is a henchman card. Max power versus both sides, max contact versus right, 117 contact left, 114 vision, 121 discipline, 125 clutch, gold defense. It's just ridiculous. So yeah, you're going to be getting 5 of those boss packs and all of those henchmen if you just run through this program. That is easily just insane. And I don't think they added anything new to the store. So let me just go over the roster update. I already showed you guys the new diamonds. I will show you guys the new golds too because we're already at 9 minutes. So yeah, I'm just going to go to the new golds. Jesus Luzardo is an 84. Dang, I didn't even realize. So yeah. And the thing about these roster updates, guys, is if you invested in any cards and they're not in the playoffs, just cash out because they're not going to change for the rest of MLB The Show 22 because they're not playing in the postseason. So, yeah. But if you have cards that went up and they're still playing, I would hold unless they play like crap in the postseason. So, yeah, new golds. Is there any? Okay. So, new gold, Chris Martin. New gold, we have, who else do we have? Ryan Presley's back to gold. Hunter Green +4. Brady Singer's a new gold. Matt Bush. Blake Snell. Who else do we have as new golds? We have Salvador Perez. Anyone else? Okay, nothing here. Whit Merrifield, Daniel Bard, Jeremy Pena. I was about to say Austin Hedges. Sam Hedges. And then we have Jeffrey Springs is a new gold. Taylor Ward is back to gold. Anthony Santander, that was pretty obvious he was going to go gold. Kenley Jansen's back to gold. And is that it? Jordan Romano's a gold. Stephen Kwan is a gold. Tyler Anderson, Cal Raleigh. Nick Lodolo +4. Okay. And then, yeah, that's it for the new golds. So that's pretty much all I'm going to cover in this video. So, yeah, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I've been your host, Nick from Big Guns Gaming, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.